We over-dribbled at times. Our off-ball movement wasn't there. We did a lot of standing. It's almost like we gave the ball to Kelsey and just tried to watch her work. And that's not when we're at our best. I mean, yes, certainly we want to have the ball in our hands, but we've got to continue to get movement with and without the basketball. It was getting stuck. I mean, we want to play 0.5 to 1 second basketball, and we weren't. And it's got to get moving.
What's good, WNBA fam? Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the drama, the highlights, and the straight-up fire of women's basketball. Today, we're breaking down a game that had everyone talking. The Indiana Fever's tough loss to the Washington Mystics on August 15, 2025, with a final score of 88-84. And let me tell you, this one stung, especially because the Fever were without their superstar, Caitlin Clark. But the real story? Sophie Cunningham. She didn't hold back, on the court or in the post-game presser, dropping some serious truth bombs about the Fever's struggle and their identity. We're gonna unpack Sophie's fiery reaction, the team's collapse, and what this means for Indiana moving forward. So, grab your snacks, hit that like button, and let's get into it. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more WNBA heat. Alright, let's set the scene. It's August 15th, 2025, and the Indiana Fever are facing the Washington Mystics at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. The Fever are coming off a rough stretch, having lost 4 of their last 5 games, sitting at an 18-16 record. But here's the kicker. They're playing without Caitlin Clark, their first-team All-WNBA rookie, who's been sidelined with a groin injury. Clark's averaging 16.5 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 8.8 assists per game this season, so her absence is a massive blow. Without her quick reads, transition plays, and playmaking, the Fever's offense is like a car running on fumes. And the Mystics? They're no pushovers, sitting at 3-3 and ready to capitalize on Indiana's struggles. This game was a chance for the Fever to prove they could hold their own without their star, but things didn't go as planned. The Fever were up heading into the fourth quarter, but a late collapse handed the Mystics an 88-84 victory. And Sophie Cunningham? She was at the heart of it all, both the fight on the court and the raw emotion afterward.
Sophie, till late in the third quarter, you guys were struggling offensively in that frame. Second half in general didn't feel the same as the first half on that end. Did something change for you guys? What did you see as kind of leading to stalling on that end?
Yeah, I think we were just kind of slow. And every time that we're slow, especially defensively, it just somehow...
Let's talk about Sophie Cunningham's night. The former Missouri star, now in her first season with the Fever, has been a spark plug for this team, averaging 8.9 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 1.1 assists per game. Known for her hustle and fiery attitude, Sophie's the kind of player who brings energy every time she steps on the court. But against the Mystics, it was a tough night. Sophie finished with 8 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals, which sounds decent on paper, but her impact was limited. She shot poorly, going 0-4, 3 from the field and 0-4, 2 from deep in an earlier game against the Mystics on May 28th, and while her shooting stats aren't detailed for this August 15th game, the Fever's overall offensive struggles tell the story. The Fever shot just 39.7% from the field and a dismal 23.8% from three-point range without Clark. They had 16 turnovers and only 15 assists, a far cry from their usual fluid ball movement sparked by Clark's vision. Sophie tried to keep the energy up, diving for loose balls and playing her trademark physical defense, but it wasn't enough to stop the Mystics' late surge. Brittany Sykes led Washington with 21 points, and rookie Kiki Iriafen added 16, exploiting Indiana's defensive lapses, especially in the paint where the Mystics scored 48 points. So, how did the Fever let this one slip? They were leading going into the fourth quarter, but the wheels came off. The Mystics outworked them, outhustled them, and outscored them in crunch time. Indiana's offense stalled without Clark's ability to create open looks, and their defense couldn't stop Washington's physicality. Head coach Stephanie White pointed out the team's execution issues, saying, "Feeling comfortable getting to our off-ball actions, that's still a growth process for us. You can see when physicality happens or defensive pressure picks up, we revert to some old habits, settling for one-on-one, settling for jump shots.
Were there thoughts of maybe plugging her in to try and spark the offense a little bit, or what was the decision behind not playing her tonight?
Yeah, there were some thoughts. I think that it matched up defensively more than anything with the way that we were going to try to play them, or in some of our switches and things like that. So that was mostly the reason.
And then just with the rotation, was it just those eight or seven that you ran with? Was it just they were flowing well and you wanted to just leave that going, or what was the thought there?
Yeah, I think some of it was defense. Being able to execute the type of defensive coverages that we wanted to have against this, the way that they play.
The stats back this up. Without Clark, the Fever's offensive efficiency plummeted to 87.7 points per 100 possessions, compared to 107.5 with her on the floor. They didn't score a single fast break point, which is usually a strength with Clark's quick transitions. The starters, including Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston, combined for just 24 points, leaving veteran forward DeWanna Bonner as the lone bright spot off the bench with 21 points. But even Bonner's historic night, she became the oldest Fever player to score 20-plus points at 36, couldn't save them. Now, let's get to the juicy part, Sophie Cunningham's post-game comments. This woman does not hold back, and her honesty is why fans love her. After the loss, Sophie spoke to the media and dropped some serious truth about the team's mindset and the WNBA's perception of the Fever. She said, "I don't think that anyone else around the league thinks that we can do it anymore. But I think that our group does. And I think that we just have to get that confidence back. When we're clicking, offensively, defensively, we're scary. And not a lot of teams can beat us, even with the roster that we have right now." She didn't stop there. Sophie emphasized the need for the Fever to rediscover their identity, saying, "For us, it's just remembering who we are. It's our identity. We've got to get back to being dogs, got to get back to being aggressive, being on our front foot and not allowing teams like this to come in here and outwork us." This was a wake-up call. Sophie's calling out the team's lack of energy and accountability, and she's not wrong. The Fever have the talent to be championship contenders, but injuries, Clark's groin issue, Ari McDonald, and Sydney Colson out for the season have derailed their momentum.
You just have to continue to do. That kind of got us on the run we had before the last couple games. Was we were aggressive at the opponent attack on defense, and that led to easy transition buckets. That led to everyone being aggressive and on their front foot on the offensive end. And we have new players, and that's okay. But we just have to adjust, and we need them. We've faced a lot of adversity, but we should be used to that by now. And I think they could just kind of outwork us a little bit, and that just can't be our excuse.
Looking ahead, the Fever have a chance to bounce back against the Connecticut Sun on August 17th, 2025. It's a must-win to stop the bleeding and rebuild confidence. Sophie's leadership, both on the court and in the locker room, will be crucial. Her ability to rally the team and bring that dog mentality could be the spark they need. Sophie Cunningham isn't just a role player. She's the heart and soul of this Fever team right now. Her hustle, her fire, and her willingness to speak her mind make her a fan favorite and a leader in the locker room. Whether she's diving for loose balls, taking charges, or calling out her team's shortcomings, Sophie's all about accountability. Her comments about the WNBA giving up on the Fever show she's aware of the doubters, but she's also confident in her team's potential. That's the kind of mentality that can turn a season around. And there you have it, WNBA fam. The Indiana Fever's loss to the Washington Mystics was a tough pill to swallow, but Sophie Cunningham's fiery response has us believing this team can turn it around. They've got the talent, the heart, and now they need the fight to get back to being dogs. What do you think? Can the Fever bounce back without Caitlin Clark, or are they in trouble? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this conversation poppin'. If you love this breakdown, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a video. We're dropping WNBA content all season long, so stay locked in for more drama, highlights, and hot takes. Until next time, keep ballin', keep loving the game, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.